Welcome back, my Royal Sussex Squad family. You know what time it is? Another day, another desperate attempt by the British press and the royal gossip industrial complex to drag Meghan Markle's name through the dirt and try to make Prince Harry look unhinged, unstable, or out of control. But as always, we are here to set the record straight, expose the truth, and stand firm with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So sit back, relax, get your favourite drink, because this one is wild. And we're going to break it all the way down. Because if they think they can lie without being checked, they've got another thing coming. And this squad, we're not quiet. There's a new book out, another bombshell, another scandal-filled so-called royal exposé. This one is titled The Rise and Fall of the House of York. Now, if that sounds like a dramatic Netflix special or a rejected Game of Thrones script, you're not alone. The title itself already signals what it is. A sensationalized, narrative-spinning, profit-hungry attempt to revive the public image of one of the most disgraced royals of our time while dragging Harry and Meghan back into the fire for the millionth time. The book claims that Prince Harry, yes, our Harry, got into a physical fight with Prince Andrew at a family gathering back in 2013. But it doesn't stop there. It also claims that Prince Andrew, behind closed doors, made nasty comments about Meghan Markle, calling her an opportunist and predicting that the marriage would never last. Let me say that again. It claims that Andrew made critical comments about Meghan in 2013. Now, if you're listening to this and thinking, wait, didn't Harry and Meghan meet in 2016? You are correct. The timeline doesn't even make sense. So already this book is off to a sloppy, lazy and manipulative start. And yet, media outlets are picking it up, quoting it, running with it as if it's gospel. No questions asked, no fact-checking, just publish the lie and watch it spread. That's how this machine works. That's how it's always worked. The moment you put the name Meghan Markle into any story, truth be damned, it sells. The mere mention of her, especially when accompanied by something salacious or negative, guarantees that the story will spread like wildfire. That's how the game is played. But here's what they didn't expect. They didn't expect Harry to respond. They didn't expect him to speak directly through his spokesperson and completely shut the lie down. In a statement, Harry's representative said clearly and firmly, "I can confirm neither of those things are true. Prince Harry and Prince Andrew have never had a physical fight, nor did Prince Andrew ever make those comments about the Duchess of Sussex to Prince Harry." That's it. Done, clear, final. There was no fight, there were no insults, there was no drama. It's all fiction, it's all fabrication, and it's all designed to stir the pot, to paint Harry as aggressive and Meghan as divisive. It's the same tired formula they've been using for years. And yet, despite the lack of evidence, despite the contradictions in the timeline, despite the absurdity of the claim, the media runs with it. They treat it like news, like fact. And they do so because the smear campaign against Harry and Meghan is still alive and well. They need to be discredited constantly, relentlessly, because their truth, the truth of a couple who broke free, who said no more, who walked away from the dysfunction and toxicity of the institution, that truth is dangerous to the establishment. Let's take a moment to look at what's really happening here. This book, which is supposed to be about Prince Andrew and the House of York, goes out of its way to rope in Harry and Meghan. Why? Because Prince Andrew is still, even after all his scandals and disgrace, being quietly protected by the institution. He's been sidelined, yes, but protected. His sins are being rewritten or ignored. But you can't sell a book on Andrew alone, so what do? You manufacture a fake confrontation with Harry. You insert Meghan's name, even when it makes no sense to do so, and suddenly the book becomes newsworthy. We see the game. We've seen it before. They did it when Meghan was pregnant. They did it when they moved to America. They did it during the Oprah interview, during the funeral, during the coronation. And now they're doing it again. The desperation is embarrassing. The hate is exhausting. And yet the truth remains undefeated. Let's not forget that Harry and Meghan, since stepping away from royal life, have stayed focused on building something positive. They've raised 2 beautiful children. They've launched projects that serve others, from Archewell to Invictus to Meghan's business ventures. They've done interviews where they've spoken their truth. not to stir drama, but to reclaim their voice. And that's what really enrages the press and the palace, because Harry was never supposed to speak. He was the spare. He was supposed to follow orders, smile on command, marry someone quiet, stay in line. He was never supposed to marry a woman like Meghan, independent, accomplished, outspoken, biracial American, and he definitely wasn't supposed to protect her the way he did. But he did, over and over again. And when the institution failed to protect her, when they left her to be devoured by the British press, when they watched silently as racist headlines and dog whistles painted her as a villain, Harry did what no other royal man had the courage to do. He chose his wife. He chose love. He chose freedom. And now every time his name makes headlines, they try to distort that choice. They try to undo what he's built. But it won't work. Because unlike the courtiers and the cowards who feed these stories to the press, Harry and Meghan have something they never will: integrity. It takes a deep level of strength to walk away from generational power and money and titles in the name of truth. It takes even more strength to walk away and keep building, and that's exactly what they're doing. So when a book like this comes out, filled with lies, contradictions and cheap shots, it's not just a story, it's a window into how far some people are willing to go to drag this couple down. But every time they try, they fail. Because Harry and Meghan don't just survive, they rise. Meghan is thriving. She's launching, innovating, creating, doing it with elegance and purpose. No matter how many insults they throw, no matter how many fake experts or bitter insiders open their mouths, she keeps it moving. And that's what terrifies them most. They couldn't break her. So now they're trying to rewrite history, backdating imaginary fights and arguments just to keep her name in their mouths. It's pathetic. And it's transparent. Let's also take a moment to remember how this affects Archie and Lilibet. They're just children, innocent, joyful, loved, and yet their names and their parents' names are constantly dragged into nonsense for profit. That's why Harry protects them so fiercely. That's why he stands up to lies, no matter how big or small, because he knows what's at stake, and because he's already lived through the trauma of a childhood in the spotlight, the invasions, the media frenzy, the heartbreak. He refuses to let history repeat itself. And for that, we say thank you, Harry. Thank you for being the man the crown couldn't control. Thank you for choosing love over tradition. Thank you for shielding Meghan when the world wanted to break her. Thank you for reminding us that titles mean nothing if you have no soul. You've shown us what real royalty looks like. And Meghan, continue shining. They will never dim your light. Your elegance, your strength, your heart. It all speaks louder than the noise they create. You are not who they say you are. You are infinitely more. Prince Harry denies physical fight with Prince Andrew and comments about Meghan Markle in explosive new book. The Duke of Sussex denies new book's claims of a physical fight with Prince Andrew and insults about the Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry. Denies claims he physically fought Prince Andrew at a 2013 family gathering. A new book alleges Andrew made critical remarks about Meghan Markle to Harry, which the Duke of Sussex denies. The book also claims Prince William seeks to remove Andrew from Royal Lodge amid ongoing family tensions. Prince Harry is pushing back on explosive claims in a new book, alleging he once got into a physical altercation with his uncle Prince Andrew, and that Meghan Markle was the subject of behind-the-scenes insults. A spokesperson for the Duke of Sussex tells people, "I can confirm neither of those things are true. Prince Harry and Prince Andrew have never had a physical fight, nor did Prince Andrew ever make those comments about the Duchess of Sussex to Prince Harry." The denial comes in response to a new book, entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York, which alleges that a heated argument between Harry and Andrew broke out at a family gathering in 2013 over something Andrew said behind Harry's back, reportedly escalating to the point where punches were thrown and Andrew was left with a bloody nose. The book also claims that Andrew privately questioned Harry's relationship with Meghan, calling her an opportunist and suggesting the marriage wouldn't last. Prince Harry denies claims he physically fought Prince Andrew at a 2013 family gathering. A new book alleges Andrew made critical remarks about Meghan Markle to Harry, which the Duke of Sussex denies. The book also claims Prince William seeks to remove Andrew from Royal Lodge amid ongoing family tensions. Prince Harry is pushing back on explosive claims in a new book, alleging he once got into a physical altercation with his uncle Prince Andrew, and that Meghan Markle was the subject of behind-the-scenes insults. A spokesperson for the Duke of Sussex tells people, "I can confirm neither of those things are true. Prince Harry and Prince Andrew have never had a physical fight, nor did Prince Andrew ever make those comments about the Duchess of Sussex to Prince Harry." The denial comes in response to a new book entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York, which alleges that a heated argument between Harry and Andrew broke out at a family gathering in 2013 over something Andrew said behind Harry's back, reportedly escalating to the point where punches were thrown, and Andrew was left with a bloody nose. The book also claims that Andrew privately questioned Harry's relationship with Meghan, calling her an opportunist and suggesting the marriage wouldn't last. The book portrays Andrew as a controversial figure and delves into his ties with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew has been largely stripped of official duties and stepped back from public life amid intense scrutiny and reputational damage. The new book marks the latest in a series of controversial publications chronicling the royal family's internal rifts, many of which have only deepened since Harry and Meghan's 2020 decision to step back from royal duties and relocate to California. Harry, 40, and Meghan, 43, now raising their two children, Prince Archie, 6, and Princess Lilibet, 4, in Montecito, have largely focused on their philanthropic and entrepreneurial endeavours. Despite long-standing tensions within the family, Prince Harry has expressed a desire for reconciliation while remaining steadfastly focused on protecting his wife and children. "I would love reconciliation with my family. There's no point in continuing to fight anymore," Prince Harry told the BBC in May. To every member of the Royal Sussex Squad listening right now, this is why we stay loud. This is why we keep talking. This is why we never let lies become truth, because they have the tabloids, the PR machines, and the institutions. But we have the receipts, we have the truth, and we have each other. So if you're with us, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you drop a super thanks and support the channel, because we are not funded by corporations, we are powered by the people, by you. Every like, every comment, every share is part of something bigger. They want silence, we bring the sound. They want control, we choose freedom. They want submission, we choose justice. We are the Royal Sussex Squad. And this is just the beginning. Until next time, stay bold, stay informed, and most of all, stay unapologetically loyal to Harry and Meghan, because they stood up for the truth. Now it's our turn to stand for them. Keep shining, squad, and as always, we ride at dawn.